Hey everybody, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. Today is another episode of Just the Keys. This is where I go through a whole series run and I point out the keys that are in that run. I'm pretty excited to be doing this one because this is one of my favorites. This is the X-Men Volume 2 series that came out in 1991. This is one of my favorites. It's probably one of yours as well. So what do I mean by keys? No longer am I going to point out different variations of the books itself. What we're going to look at is first appearances, plot points, deaths, some marriages, and stuff you might be interested in knowing. That's what we're going to cover. Also, what I do, I look up the current selling price on eBay of these books, and I compare that to the Overstreet price that came out just last year. Let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of history about this book. This is X-Men Volume 2. This was initially brought to you by CLAREMONT, the longtime writer of Uncanny X-Men, and the artwork was done by Jim Lee. This series ran for quite a long time, but in this video, we're going to focus on the original namesake of X-Men before they changed it to the new X-Men on issue 114. And one last thing about this book before we get started, this book directly influenced the animated cartoon that came out in 1992, and honestly, it's one of everybody's favorites, and I bet you have that theme song playing through your mind right now. Alright, now that we're all caught up, let's not waste any more time, let's get started. So we're jumping in with issue number 1. This is where Chris Claremont and Jim Lee came together to produce the #1 selling book of all time at just over 8 million copies. There's multiple covers for this book. They're pretty easy to find. There's different variations. You're probably looking at one right there and a bunch right there. This one has a going price on eBay of anywhere between $1 to $5, and Overstreet has it listed at $6. But honestly, since there's 8 million copies of this book out there, you shouldn't have any problem picking it up. Up 3 spots to number 4, and this has a major first appearance in it for me. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. This is one of my favorite villains. This book right now, a CGC, just recently sold at a 9.8 grade at $275, but raw copies of this on eBay are only going for $10, and then the Overstreet only has a listing of $5. This is an awesome book. This is a great character. If you can get this book in the raw, I'd recommend picking it up because it's only going to go up in value once this character hits the big screen. 1 spot up to issue number 5, and this is the first appearance of another character. This is the first appearance of Maverick. This one has an eBay listing price right now of around $3 and an Overstreet price at $5. Number 6 is next up on our list, and this also has the first appearance. This is the first appearance of BIRDY. This one has an eBay price of $4 and Overstreet has a listing of $5. And let's be honest guys, you can find most of these books sitting in those dollar bins. Up 2 spots to number 8, and this also has the first appearance. This is the first appearance of DONNA, who is the ex-wife of GAMBIT. We've all got an ex-wife. That doesn't mean we want to buy this book, but you probably should because it's only going for around $4 on eBay, and Overstreet has it listed at $5. That's enough talk about ex-wives, because we're jumping up to issue number 24, and this is a famous cover. This is the one where Gambit is making out with Rogue, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. This one has an eBay selling price of about $8, and Overstreet has this listed at $4. Jumping up just one more spot to issue number 25, and I like this cover because it's got that little foil thing on it, and I'm a sucker for that stuff. But really the plot point in this book, this is where Magneto rips the adamantium from Wolverine, exposing his bone claws, and that's a major plot point. This one right now has a going price on eBay for around $4, and Overstreet has it listed at $5. Up 5 spots to issue number 30. Go ahead and ring the bells because Scott Summers and Jean Grey are tying the knot. They're getting married. Let's just hope it works out. This one has an eBay selling price of around $4, and Overstreet has it listed at $5. So much for a marriage, because we're jumping up 12 issues to number 42, and this is a death. This is a death of Rusty Collins. May he rest in peace. This one has an eBay selling price of $3, and if you look it up in Overstreet, has it listed at $4. Next one is issue number 50, and this one has a first appearance of a character called Post. I'm not too familiar with this character myself. This one also has a foil version of the cover. I like those, like I said before. This one has an eBay selling price of around $3, and if you look it up in Overstreet, it has it listed at $4. Just 2 spots up to issue number 52, and this is the first cameo of Bastion, kind of a cool character. This one has an eBay listed price of $3, Overstreet price has it listed at $4. Up 1 spot to issue number 53, and this has the first full appearance of Onslaught. This book has gone up and down over the years. Right now, eBay selling price is around $4, and if you look it up in Overstreet, it also has it listed at $4. Jumping up 12 spots to issue number 65, this is another first appearance. This is the first appearance of CECILIA Reyes. This one right now is selling for on eBay between $8 to $10. If you look it up in the Overstreet price guide, it's still listed at $4. The next 2 books on our list are some origin stories, and this is issue number 76. This is the origin story of MAGGOTT. This one has an eBay selling price of around $4, and Overstreet has it listed at $3. Up 10 spots to issue number 86. This is the origin story of Joseph. This has an eBay selling price of $3 and an Overstreet listing also at $3. Number 100 is next on our list, and this is a giant size special, but we have a first appearance in here as well. This is the first appearance of Thunderbird. This one has a listing of $3 on eBay, and also on Overstreet has a listing of $4. Just 2 more books on our list to go, and this is issue number 109. This is where Storm assembles the new Extreme X-Men team. This one has an eBay listing of $3, and Overstreet has it listed also at $3. Last book on our list, like I said, this is the last one before the name change on issue 114. This is issue 113. The significance about this book is this is where Professor X rejoins the X-Men. I didn't even know he left. This one is going for on eBay for around $3, and also on the Overstreet, it's also listed at $3. So those are all the keys in the initial run of number 1 through 113. Then they changed the name in issue 114 to the New X-Men, and we'll cover those in the later episode of Just the Keys. Now, I think I did a pretty good job trying to cover as many characters as I could, but I know I probably missed a few, so feel free to let me know down below. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, you guys know what to do. I will see you next time. Bye.